Okay, again, everyone, my name is Kaleen O'Connor, and I am joining you from the Gulf Coast of Florida here in the USA. Really glad that you've taken the time to join us tonight because we know we're all busy, or I should say tomorrow too, if you're joining us from Australia and Asia, wherever you are in the world. And I want to invite you to journey with us tonight in the world of cellular health. So we're going to dive deep into our cells and to consider that if this is the first time you're hearing about what we refer to as cell signaling technology, that, like it was for me a few years ago, this may be in the realm of something you didn't know that you didn't know about. Often people look at this health science breakthrough because they themselves have a health challenge, or someone they know has a loved one has a cellular health challenge. Or if you're an athlete or someone that really likes to work out, you might want to increase your endurance and recovery, or your competition time if you like to compete. And all of us can't avoid the aging process. And so sometimes the reason we look at this is just from the viewpoint of wanting to feel younger and better and stronger as we age and just look better overall. It's also a phenomenal resource, believe it or not, for animals, though these resources were developed for humans, but these functions exist in animals as well. And all of us can certainly have more room in our bank account, as we like to say. So because it's a breakthrough that is 15 years ahead of its time, it has an incredible financial opportunity as well. So whatever the reason is that you might be tuning in, whoever invited you here tonight, listen with a open heart, and for what you'll take away from it, whatever knowledge comes your way. The way we're going to run it is we have a special presenter tonight coming all the way from Australia, who's joining me on the Zoom call. And so he will do a phenomenal presentation, and then I will come back in and let you know that how you can actually take advantage of these resources. And then we will give you an opportunity to ask questions. So if you do have questions that come up during the presentation, please write them down, and you can put them in the chat box as well, and we will absolutely address them at the end of the presentation. We do have our other co-host, Dan Doyle, with us tonight. He is experiencing some technology challenges, but would be able to help answer questions in the chat box, at the end as well. So with that, I want to introduce what I consider a world authority on this health breakthrough. His name's Stevie. I have the pleasure to work with him with all kinds of folks around the world, and we collaborate on this global health project. And it is a phenomenal project that is it's considered one of the top 5 sciences on the planet, and is really predicted to change and positively influence humanity in huge ways in the next 10 to 15 years. So you're in for a treat. With that, Stevie, I'd like to turn it over to you, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kaleen. It's always really good to be here. And thank you for always putting this together, and Dan as well. You two are, tremendous leaders around the world, and your tenacity in wanting to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world is admirable. So I just want to tip my hat to you, and thank you very much for having me here again. And folks that are tuning in for the first time, or relatively the first time, welcome. And those who may be coming back on a regular basis, welcome back. And I really appreciate your time and value it. And I'm not going to waste it this evening or this morning, wherever you're tuning in from around the world. I'm going to be sharing something very significant with you that is going to mean a lot, not just to you, but to everybody in your life that is significant to you. So let's jump straight into this. I'm just going to share my screen. All right, great. So what we'll be sharing with you right now, as Kaleen alluded to, it is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. A category-creating breakthrough, not unlike the magnitude of the discovery of DNA or penicillin, an exciting and entirely new frontier in science, unlike anything you've seen before, that for 2 decades, science had declared was impossible. A breakthrough with enormous potential, validated by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory studies, a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time, and drug companies wanted it shut down. Now, before we tell you what this is, let's be crystal clear about what this is not. This is not a drug, thank goodness. It's also not a vitamin, mineral, or antioxidant formula. It's not secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juices, super shakes, essential oils, magic magnets, alkaline waters, electrolyte waters, laser lights, roots, and magical 5,000-year-old tree lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of the really good other stuff that's out there. What I want to be clear about was what you're going to learn about this evening. I promise you've probably never seen or heard of anything like it before. This is a groundbreaking and, once again, category creating, never before seen breakthrough that is changing healthcare history. ASEA redox cell signaling technology. It contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Well, those are the exact same cellular messages that are already made natively within your cells, within your body. And they affect gene expression in a positive way, helping to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, replace damaged cells, activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection, and keep your cells functioning healthy the way they should at optimal levels. Why is this important? We are all made all of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells, healthy life. However, with age and diet, stress, toxins, and all sorts of other insults in our environment, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox signaling molecules also breaks down. We're losing redox signaling molecules daily. And as such, our cells break down even more because they're responsible for protecting, repairing, and replacing our cells. And so as our redox molecules deplete and our cells break down even more, with it, so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality break down. Now, ASEA takes science very seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with world-renowned universities and leading laboratories, proving the potential of redox signaling supplementation, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in everybody. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translates to health at its most foundational level. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways or affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness, and the list goes on and on and on. But to keep it short, additionally, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. In turn, it's also been proven that it lowers oxidative stress. Now, this is very significant. Oxidative stress is probably the precursor to just about every degenerative condition on the planet. And once again, it is safe. It is non-toxic, 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. Your body already makes them. They're already there. Your body just can't make as much of them anymore as what it did when they were young. Now, as Kaleen said at the start of this presentation, any health challenge, and it's not just health challenges, any health goal, because maybe you don't want health challenges, any health goal that you can think of, redox users and their doctors are seeing just remarkable results. And on that note, let's hear from some doctors right now.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies. And this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Okay, great. So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's take a quick look at how we can achieve this same health from the outside in with our topical versions of our redox signaling technologies, Renew 28 and Renew Advance Intensive Redox Serum, supported by their complementary products, which are all natural, all botanical, our cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer. Clinically tested, very safe, and 100% of participants in the clinical trials saw visible results, visible improvement in within 30 minutes. But seeing really is believing. So let's just show you what this stuff can do from the outside in, because it's easy to talk about it from the inside out, but not so easy to see, but easier to see from the outside in. So we're talking about more than anti-aging here. We're talking about age reversing. We're talking about lines and wrinkles being ironed out and elasticity coming back to the skin and inflammations, irritations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated, being replenished as the body self-heals, as its power, as its communication and functionality is empowered by redox signaling molecules. Now, even the aftermath of some of these conditions, bouncing back to the body's blueprint. This next photo is of Rosie, and the moral of this story is when you get started with ASEA, make sure you take good records, you take good pictures before you use the products, after 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, because Rosie didn't believe that the products were working. She thought she'd wasted her time. She thought she wasted her money. But as you can see, after just 7 weeks, she had dramatic results. She looked like a completely different lady, and over 3 years continues to get better and better. Some people notice results very quickly like Rosie, and others need to have a little bit more patience. What we do know is that scientifically, redox signaling molecules work in every single body. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you or on you. But what we also know is that what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. There is always a difference between having a result and noticing a result. But if you are patient and you keep using the products and using them well and properly, you will eventually see and feel a result. This is Dr. Marty Moran. He decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Quite remarkable results there. As you can see, lines and grooves more prevalent on one side or the other, and even the glasses slanting on one side where he did not use the Renew 28. Now, I've confirmed this with Dr. Marty Moran. His wife preferred to sleep on the right side of Dr. Marty Moran because she really digged the younger dude on the other side there. Now, it's not just for your face. You could use the Renew 28 technologies on virtually any part of your body, and you will get benefits. And it's not just for your skin. Here's a clinical trial that was done on cellulite. Ladies experiencing some cellulite used the Renew 28 in such areas, and they found that the appearance of this cellulite was reduced. Now, when they did ultrasounds, what was extremely interesting is that the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite had actually dissolved in a very short period of time, in about 12 weeks or less. So it's not just for your skin. We have people who have muscle and joint discomforts. We have people who have all sorts of other internal problems and challenges, like my good friend Sepp Hock did here. He had a challenge that appeared on the outside, and when he got a scan on the inside, it was a grave concern. And his doctor didn't expect Sepp to come to more than one visit, because typically people in Sepp's condition don't make it to the second visit because they're just no longer around. But Sepp made it to the second and the third and many others after that. Now he doesn't need any consultations with the doctor anymore. So we're very happy for Sepp, and he was very diligent in using the redox signaling molecules from the outside in, inside out too. Now, it is a historical truth, ladies and gentlemen, that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. And the bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. And what we're showing you this evening, or this morning, wherever you are, is science that is based in Nobel Prize winning research. This is very real world science. In fact, if you went along to pubmed.gov, where all peer-reviewed medical studies are posted, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see that there are actually more results than what I'm showing you on the screen here, more than 30,000 results, because this is a very difficult slide for me to keep up with. There are more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month, making this the fastest, if at least one of the fastest, most rapid growing areas of medical research in the world today. Now, there are over 1,500 medical textbooks, and they have their own medical health journal called Antioxidants and Redox Signaling. So ASEA is the world's first, and mark my words, only redox signaling supplement. ASEA is heavily patented, so we don't have any copycats. That means that we are without competition. That means no one in the world has what we have, no one, and nothing in the body works before redox signaling molecules. They are the precursor to everything being activated and running in your body. So it's the first and most important thing to consider when you're thinking about your health. Now, ASEA holds massive opportunities, therefore, across all health science sectors. It doesn't matter whether it's healthcare, wellness, or whether it's sports science, athletic performance, or whether it's beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries, and ASEA caters to every single person, no matter what their health goal is, across all health science industries. Now, our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We want to help a lot of people. We can't do that all on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. And ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn commissions just by sharing redox with others. You receive a residual commission, not only from the ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA, but also from the ongoing purchases made by every single person they and others and others and others and others and others also refer. So just like when you recommend a good movie, restaurant, cafe, book, whatever, people tell people who begin to tell more people, who tell even more people, who tell more people, and it can go worldwide. Excuse me. There's no limits worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening up new markets almost every single year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million over the next 5 years. Now, some are saying this is conservative and that $1 billion is very possible. What does this mean for you? What does this mean for someone who is sharp, who's switched on, who can recognize a good opportunity when it's coming their way? Well, for people today, perhaps now more than ever, respectfully, who are looking for a replacement income or a supplementary income, who need more income, whether it be extra, part-time, full-time, I just want more time, big time, or a legacy leaving income. For business-minded people, this is an opportunity to be paid a residual commission from the growth of this global expansion. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. You also get to join forces with others who are also being a force for good in the world and can even be rewarded with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations around the world to spend and have a great time with these tremendously great people and become really great friends and really a lot like family. Now, I want to wrap up by sharing the genesis of this company with you. The redox sealing molecules in ASEA are so impactful on the human condition that pharmaceutical companies offered to pay millions of dollars for the sole rights to the technology. However, they wanted ASEA to shut down. They wanted to take everyone off the redox. Thankfully, founder of ASEA and his son, Vertus Norden, and his son, Tyler Norden, they said no to the payout. They did not sell out because they wanted to say yes to the people already experiencing the greatly needed life-changing power of these redox sealing molecules. And they wanted to say yes to everyone around the world who needed this life-changing power too. And as demonstrated in this very first, very important decision, and in every other since, mark my words, ASEA always puts people and principles before ego and economics. So you are in very good hands. So I want to thank you for joining me this evening, this morning, and I hope I've been some small measure of value to you. Now, I want to be crystal clear here. We're not making any medical claims. ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Get back to the person who shared this presentation with you. Don't worry about what the time is. They would want to hear from you. If you have questions, ask them. There is a plethora of evidence through university studies and world-leading laboratory studies, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people who are experiencing the life-changing results of this redox reality. And I would invite you to experiencing living healthier, younger, stronger, and longer too. And if you should choose to join us in spreading the word about this redox reality, I want to be the first to welcome you aboard and thank you for taking a very important step forward in not only your life, but in the benefit of other people's lives as well. Because as you join our mission to better people's lives, your life will become better. And as you become more and more of a force for good in the world for others, then your world will be filled with more good too. And so thank you very much for joining me here. And I'll hand it back to you, Kaleen.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a quick screen share as well to pull up. Good. Stevie, can you see my screen? Awesome.
Yep, I can.
Okay, good. All right, hold on one sec. I just got to move the controls down here. That always gets interesting. Okay, fantastic. I just want to get into the full screen here. It's deciding to take a moment. Okay, well, while it enlarges itself, so the purpose of this final part of our presentation tonight, before we go into question and answer, is just to help orient you on how you can be a part of this health breakthrough. So this just shows you a visual of the product line, which obviously the main focus is our cell signaling technology in the drinkable form, which is the blue bottle that you see on the left, as well as the topical gel, the Renew 28. With that also comes a wonderful clean organic skincare line that Stevie showed you before and after pictures, and also phenomenal whole food nutrition as well, so that you have the complete cellular health package from the inside out. The nutrition represents the raw materials your cells need to rebuild, and the drink and the gel with the molecules represents the labor force to get those ingredients into the cells, right? So to order product, it's as simple as opening up an account. A person can pay full price, or they can take advantage of what we call wholesale pricing accounts. And, you know, as you think about this technology and these products tonight, you may be at the point where you just really want to be a consumer and obviously enjoy the benefits of living younger and feeling better the longer you're on the product. Or you may also want to have the opportunity to share the product with others. The benefit of that may be simply just to get your own product paid for, or from the viewpoint that you love to have additional income during, you know, on a monthly basis. And some people choose to do this as a full-time profession and set the goal to build their business so that it replaces their current income or even creates a lifestyle income. So whatever your goal is, you would go back to the person that invited you and go over the different product options based on your health goals from the consumer viewpoint. And if you're looking at the business opportunity, also go through your ideal scene with that as well. This graph just indicates to you in terms of setting the right expectations as a consumer. So the product itself has been on the market for 10 years. And what we found is about 15% of consumers will perceive benefit that they can actually notice themselves in their first week, and about 50% in their first month. But what we like to do is ask people to commit to doing a minimum of a 90-day trial. And I usually really say 3 to 6 months, because at that 3 to 6 month mark, you get a 90% awareness in terms of changes happening in your body. Now, if someone has their blood work tested, for example, the moment that you start taking the product, there are already changes in the body that can be measured through tests. But the point is, can you perceive it? And that's what becomes really important. And obviously, if a person is out of balance, or just the aging process we all go through, when the cells start to break down, they didn't happen overnight. And so you want to make sure that you give time for that cellular conversation to engage in all the systems in your body, so real repair and rejuvenation can happen, okay? I mentioned that we have great wholesale accounts. The benefit of that is that you get 25% off the full price of the products, and you can do it as just a pure customer account that we call a preferred customer, where there's no fee to open up your account, and you would choose whatever product you want to order for your 3 to 6 month trial, right? Customize your package and whatever, and then you would set up a monthly auto ship so that you can continue to maintain that wholesale pricing. The second wholesale account is what we call an associate account. That has, now I'm going to speak in US currency, but I want you to keep in mind that we are, as Stevie showed the global map, we're in 35 countries. And so obviously whatever country that you're in, you would buy the product in your currency. We have 19 distribution warehouses around the world. So then the product is shipped directly from that warehouse that's closest to you. So you get the product in 3 to 5 business days. So with the US frame of reference, to open up an associate account, it's $40 US and would be the equivalent of whatever the exchange rate is with your currency, okay? That allows you, for that, you never pay that fee again. Then just once a year, you would pay $25 US or the equivalent in your currency to keep the benefits of that account. And with that account, you get to order product in bulk if you choose on your first order and get a discount. Some people like to do that because the product is shelf stable for 2 years, unopened. And so knowing that they're going to be doing it for 3 to 6 months to a year, and possibly having some family try the product with them, they like the idea of buying product cheaper and stocking up a bit, right? The beauty of this product too is that it is completely safe and non-toxic, as Stevie had said, and also you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So within your first 30 days, no matter whatever you've ordered, if you find that you really don't like the product, the company stands behind it and will refund your money minus the shipping cost. And so that really lowers the risk as well from a financial standpoint. And this is also why it's really important to get back to the person that invited you, who is a registered distributor with the company, our parent biotechnology company, ASEA Global. You will sometimes see these products for sale on Amazon or eBay. And these are not approved selling points to sell the product. And the reason for that is when you buy it off of Amazon, there's no quality control. You don't know if the product is expired or been tampered with. And because you're not directly linked to the company, you're not able to get your 30-day money-back guarantee or customer service support because they're not aware of you as a customer. And so just keep that in mind, that the better pricing actually does come from opening up an account directly through the parent company, and then you know what you're getting as well, and you've got that quality control. This is just a visual to give you an idea that if you choose the associate account, which allows you to be a distributor to yourself, and also if you choose to have international distribution rights to the product in 35 countries. So on your first order, as you're going through the ordering process, there are enrollment packages that you can choose from. And if you don't like the combination that's suggested, you can custom build your own first order based on your health goals, how much product you work out with the person that invited you that you would be taking, all those kinds of things. But as you order more in bulk on that first order, there is phenomenal savings. And so these are, again, US dollar references in terms of free product coming in, as well as something that we call the loyalty points program, which means that the more that you order product, you earn points and you can redeem those points for free product, which brings the cost down even more on your product, okay? And then again, this is just a visual to show you that when you're in the ordering process on the person's website, that if you wanted to custom build your product, you would do that in this additional product, okay? We have a very user-friendly auto ship, and the benefit of the auto ship is that, again, you are rewarded free product, free points that you can redeem for product, and you control the auto ship. You directly go in and manage your account in terms of the product you want, when it ships, the payment information. If you're not really excited about working with a computer, you can also call customer service and they will do that for you, okay? I always like to end with this quote from one of our founders, the original, the father and son team, Vertus Norton. And if you want to see the full story, Stevie, if you can put this in the chat box, the video that you can go to is called ASEAGenesisVideo.com. It's about a 16-minute video, and it will tell you the whole story that Stevie touched on with you. But this just really shows the kind of company that we get to be a part of, where we really do put people over profits working on this global health project. So here Vertus is saying to all of us, we are all at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world. So what I want you to think with as we, leave you tonight on the presentation part of it with this quote is, all of you, I know, are definitely making a difference in the world with what you're doing and with your own purpose and skills and passions in life. So keep that in mind, that every day that you get up and have your intention and your purpose there, you're making a difference in the world. And whatever you decide tonight, whether you're ready to start the product, you have more questions, or you go, nope, this isn't for me, the important thing is that we ask you to be ambassadors of this health science breakthrough with us, because it is and will continue to change the conversations of healthcare and anti-aging resources and overall options in terms of the body permanently for humanity on a global level. And so knowing about this and helping to share it with others, and refer them to the people that invited you as well if you choose not to share it, helps us make a difference, and it helps people have a complementary non-pharmaceutical tool in their toolkit to help as their body ages or as they just go through the normal stresses of life as well. So hold on one second. I'm going to go out of screen share here and go back to our normal. Okay, good. So with that, this ends the part of our educational presentation for you. now is our time to answer your questions. And I do want to remind you that you've seen in the presentation, these products are not a treatment or cure for any particular condition. So if you have questions that are condition specific, the way that we will respond to that, which is true data, is that, you know, does that involve cells in the body? Which obviously it does, because the body's made out of cells. And remember that this is the cellular detection, protection, repair, and replacement system in the body. So from that viewpoint, there's nothing that it can't help the body get on top of. It's pretty amazing and pretty foundational. Stevie, why don't you go ahead and stop the recording? We'll go into question mode. And I know we've got a question